Oh, Jesus fucking... Good morning, YouTube. It is 7 AM. Reason I am watching scary videos 7 AM in the morning. In the UK right now, it is really hot. Also, in midday when it's really hot, the studio gets really, really warm. And I stream in that time. So you can watch me becoming a puddle live on Twitch every 4 days or 4 days, 12 PM UK time. But today we have top 5 scary ghost videos for horrible nightmares, and again from Nuke. When anyone else comments, I know I keep going through old videos as well as new videos, but I legitimately haven't watched any of these. This is why I'm reacting to older stuff as well. So let's go.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Lady in the water. Debbie Morales and her friends are tubing down the canals of the Isabella River in Puerto Rico when she begins to record with her phone.
Wait. Subscribe to Nuke's top 5. Pretty please, because if he didn't put these compilations together, I would still be making content on a gameplay and Twitch advice and nobody watching them. Thank you, Nuke. Subscribe button for him. Also, if you're feeling really kind, drop a subscribe on me, like the video. Videos are doing a lot better than anything else I've ever put out on YouTube, so thank you guys. Back to it.
Debbie can be heard screaming and laughing until her camera catches something in the water that quickly makes her lose her voice.
That looks fun. That looked like somebody floating in the water and keeping up with the boat in those rapids. I mean, that could have been somebody that's fallen in. Could have been a prank, but being there with those boats travelling down that water at that speed, pretty dangerous, so I assume nobody's that stupid.
Debbie posted the video to Facebook, saying that she saw a scary apparition in the water. She asked friends to take a look and see if they saw the same thing in the video.
I mean, water is obviously distorted. You know, this cloudy canal water. It's obviously distorted whatever is in there. But the movement, it looks like a female wearing a white dress in the water. There's an arm. There's an arm. There's some distorted facial features and there's hair. But as it's moving, you can see the hair billowing in the water. That doesn't look like a special effect to me. I mean, look at this video. It is a low-ish resolution camera on a phone. So what is that?
Oh, and they did. Online viewers speculated that the image could be anything from the ghost of a drowning victim to a body in the water. And some even went so far as to suggest that it might be a mermaid.
Now, mermaids are myth, legend. Maybe they're based on some truth somewhere from centuries ago, maybe. But mermaids live in the sea, not a man-made canal. And they don't wear white dresses. They look like Ariel. They talk to singing crabs.
Now, the most bizarre part of this video is that whatever this is almost seems to lunge toward Debbie before disappearing back into the water. But what do you think? Is this just a strange trick of the light or a reflection? Or did Debbie catch something supernatural on camera?
That doesn't look like a reflection to me. That hair is flowing in the water. It's almost weightless because of the water volume. Didn't see it lunge, but it did seem to be travelling faster than the boat, but without swimming. And there's no obvious telltale signs that that is a digital recreation. I can't see how that would be a reflection. That is spooky as shit. And that is really, really good. And that is really good footage.
Decide. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
And it disappeared. Bizarre. Oh, you know what? A lot of these TikTok videos, so bad, so faked. This is somebody dancing, skipping. Probably won't.
TikTok user Alexander Henderson says that throughout his life, he's always been prone to sleepwalk during the night. One morning, he wakes up to find his front door wide open. When he checks his security camera, he's shocked by what he finds.
They're not him. Now, in the interest of common sense, whatever that is hanging up there, whatever is hanging up there, pulled this way. Those, or that water bottle, pulled this way. There is a recess in the wall there. If this was to be faked, there could be somebody... Why am I using my fingers when I have a mouse? There could be somebody behind here. String there. And a piece of string there. Yank. Yank. I'm not saying that's what they've done, but that would be quite easy for me to replicate. The low resolution of this security camera would make it so easy for that string not to be picked up. We've seen disappearing cats because... low resolution footage. Let's see what else is here.
The reef isn't in the right place anymore, so it's more like this. That way people don't see the ones outside.
How often is this guy sleeping fully dressed with a baseball cap on? I mean, he could have got up and slept dressed. Oh, it's not a baseball cap. Oh, let's take out the paranormal stuff in this video and realize how dangerous sleepwalking can be. Now, I don't know if he's got a front yard that's quite large and a gate. But if that just goes onto a street, that is really, really dangerous. I have sleptwalked, but nothing to that degree.
Alexander seems to be sleepwalking and speaking gibberish when...
I nearly sprayed coffee. What the hell was that?
something hanging next to the door starts swinging around on its own, and an empty water jug slides right across the floor. Alexander opens the door, walks outside, and suddenly screams.
Him screaming.
He says he has no recollection of what happened to him and has no idea why he screamed. Now, Alexander says he's experienced supernatural activity before, so he begins to suspect that he might have seen something paranormal while sleepwalking. Then, only a day later, this happens.
Again, fridge door pulled this way, chair pulled this way, whatever was on the draining board pulled this way, all off camera. If that chair pulled towards that wall, these opened, and then that shot over there, even then that cupboard could hide it. I'm not saying that's what's happened, but I'm a little suspicious when everything is flying the same way to something off camera.
A chair moves on its own, the fridge door opens, and what appears to be a pack of plastic spoons is launched off the kitchen counter. Over the next few months, nothing much happens. But then late one night, Alexander is hanging out at his friend Adam's house when he sees something truly chilling.
Chilling. That's just somebody in a hoodie. Probably a
A
crackhead.
strange-looking woman wearing a red dress appears to be watching Alexander from the building across the street.
A red dress? That... It could be a woman in a red dress, but from here it looks like a black hoodie. The hood pulled up.
Alexander claims that when his friend Adam finally came over to see what was going on, the creepy woman had disappeared. While there, Adam asks Alexander to take a look at a speaker that's been acting up and might be broken. Alexander is still recording and captures something terrifying.
Terrifying.
Button on the top and press it. There's a few here, see? Press the one in the middle. Slowly. It's working.
Did you see it? In the reflection of the window, the same woman in red can suddenly be seen standing behind Alexander in the doorway.
Right. She was wearing red. Not a hoodie. Now, on account that all the moving stuff looked suspicious to me, like it was on wires. And this guy who's standing very rigid. I don't know, he seems off. Like he's not an actor that's trying to act. He's very rigid and very... This isn't... It doesn't feel natural at all. As in his behaviour.
Captures something terrifying.
Button on the top and press it. There's a few here, see? Press the one in the middle.
Nah, he's acting weird.
Slowly. It's working.
Did you see it?
Oh, she's actually stood there. They didn't even try to make it disappear. There's the reflection. Stood behind the door. He pans. There she is. If everything else has been wires, then she's clearly just a friend of theirs stood there.
Did you see it? In the reflection of the window, the same woman in red can suddenly be seen standing behind Alexander in the doorway. When he pans around, the woman has moved in an instant and is now standing right next to him. Who or what could this eerie-looking figure be? Could it be a spirit that attached itself to the sleepwalking TikTok user? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Right, I think I've just spotted something else here.
Attached itself to the sleepwalking TikTok.
That studio light, by the look of it, projecting light that way. Not the typical sort of thing you would have in your living room. maybe that light there is what's causing that reflection to appear in the door frame in the window. They just played with the angle of where she stood there, I think. I don't like calling people out. I don't like calling people liars. I think this entire video has been a load of bollocks.
TikTok user? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I believe it's a hoax.
This next creepy video went viral on TikTok, but it was originally recorded by Indonesian Twitter user Gustadang. Goose explains on Twitter that he was flying from Surabaya, Indonesia to Bali, and that he was the very first passenger to board the empty plane. As Goose is boarding, he records a video to send back to his wife. When he looks back at his footage, he spots something truly chilling.
Selamat malam. 15B.
People. Don't cut, don't cut, don't cut. No, look. Look, look. Ah.
Someone or something that seems to be cloaked in black can be seen moving around in one of the seats.
Cloaked in black? You only see the face.
Someone or something that seems to be cloaked in black can be seen moving around in one of the seats.
Somebody...
But when Goose walks by the seat, there's no one there. Goose did...
I mean... I can't say there's no one there. And, look. That genuinely looked like somebody in a black t-shirt or a black jumper sat in an airplane seat. This camera and then lean forward out of shot. And then lean forward out of shot. Now, maybe he didn't see this person and that's what freaked him out. That just looked like somebody sat on the plane. Clearly, he wasn't the first person on because there's already 2 air stewards on as well.
Dang's video has been watched over 14 million times, and many viewers believe that the strange figure in the video could be the spirit of a deceased passenger. But what do you think?
I think that's just a person. Genuinely just a person already on the plane. If he didn't see it with his own eyes and then only saw it in the video, you can see why he would be freaked out. And why people have reacted to it. But it could be paranormal. But I personally don't think that is.
TikTok user Jim works at what he believes to be a haunted hospital in New Jersey. Early one afternoon, a security camera in one of the hospital's hallways captures something very creepy during Jim's shift.
Hospitals are creepy anyway.
One moment.
A supply cart can be seen rolling down the hallway on its own, freaking out the hospital staff nearby. Jim and his co-workers have no idea what could have moved the cart, but things are about to get even stranger.
Now, initially, my thought was the handles the closest side of that cart to us were off shot. She only does that. Doesn't look freaked out. He stopped dead in his tracks, though.
Another CCTV camera in the hospital's laundry room records something absolutely unnerving.
Record it from here.
Oh, Andrew. No way. No way. Jim.
Send me the video when you...
Oh, I'm gonna.
The best is when the other one comes over. It's like it didn't want to see the front of it, you know? It's funded so that he didn't have to look at it no more, whoever's in that room.
The shy washing machine. Doesn't want you looking at it when it's washing its grundies, you know? The weird thing is, if that was caused because the washing machine was off, because washing machines can, if they're not weighted and the feet set properly, bounce all over the place, but it wouldn't have moved, stopped, and then moved again. That would have been continually bouncing and rattling. That is odd.
Jim.
Oh, there goes the other one.
Madeline, you didn't see. Come and look at the second one. Here comes the second one. No, the second one's moving now.
No way.
Watch the second one. Then the second one falls off. And the lady comes in from Do Die Night. She don't know what to say. She was like,
She was on FaceTime with somebody.
look, watch the second one. Any second.
It happens.
Look, here goes.
It
Look,
happens.
Look.
This does not happen.
look. The ghost. Look.
Look at it.
Who's spinning it?
It's spinning.
It's spinning the
Right, that is actually spinning, yeah. Also, it is vibrating. Like I said, this one should be to move. That one, that bottom one there, must be running. And that's what's caused these two to move. The vibrations of this one caused this one to move? I don't know.
cycle. It's got to be spinning.
There's no way
Isn't
that
that
they spin.
bolted?
There's no. I don't care if it's bolted or not. They don't spin like that. Mine ain't bolted in my house. Mine don't come and walk around my living room. Look,
That's true.
look how that one just came out. How'd it come out like that?
I'll tell you what, that's not. That is not wires. No way. They are heavy bits of machinery.
That was pushed out. I don't
Yep.
care what nobody says. You can tell me whatever you want.
Me too. I can't wait to show everybody.
They're probably
Look, here,
industrial
wait.
machines as
Show
well.
the thing. Look here. Look at this. Look at that.
No way.
There's a ghost here.
No way.
I'm showing them the ghost in the back.
The ghost?
Oh, did you ever see what happened last night? Forgot about it. The laundry.
We'll die.
They'll die. The laundry, all the laundry things are there.
Yeah.
They
Oh, the
just start
drawers are
moving.
opening.
They just start coming out and moving and going in circles. And which
The drawer that you put the washing liquid or the detergent and the softener and stuff in, that's opening. Oh, this is bizarre.
come and look, yeah. But it's crazy. I never
this
saw anything
makes
like it in
no
my whole
sense.
life.
Heavy washers and dryers slide across the floor as if they weigh nothing, seemingly moved by some unseen force. Jim and his fellow hospital workers can't believe their eyes as they watch the CCTV monitor. Now, even I'm not sure just what's going on here. Could it be that the hospital is indeed haunted, like Jim says? Or just what could be spinning around multiple heavy washers all at the same time? Let me know what you think. Before we move on to the
I have no idea there. Nothing. I mean, it could just be that the wash machines are on and spinning and bouncing about all over the place. The movement was bizarre, and the drawer opening is what's thrown me. Like, nobody's pushed them out by hand from being hidden behind them. There's no wires involved in that. They're too heavy. Then why would a ghost be just shifting washing machines?
next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Haunting in Carmel, Maine. Kent Burris.
We've seen a few of this guy. This is the guy that had the shadow behind the curtain that shot out, but he didn't look under the bed. But there's some, I've seen a few other videos of his, and there is some creepy shit going on in his house.
Has been recording all of the strange supernatural activity going on in his haunted
Also, epic beard.
home for many years now, and posting his experiences to his YouTube channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. In his latest YouTube docuseries about the house,
He's
Kent
shaved.
reveals some chilling, never-before-seen footage.
Could be anything, I suppose.
Now lately, Kent believes that the paranormal presence in his home has become much more sinister and aggressive. The haunting
that
has
one.
become so extreme that it now seems that the spirits are actually out to hurt Kent. During a spirit box session, Kent captures a chilling message.
What? What'd you say? What? What'd you say?
The kill Kent was quite clear. The murder Kent, I couldn't hear that at all. Now what I wish I'd done there, looked away before I saw the text to see what my brain would have heard. Because there's something called the pareidolia effect. And once that writing is on the screen, it'll convince you. I mean, it could have said Bill Bent. And those SP7 spirit boxes, how they work is they jump radio frequencies really quick. It's supposed to produce white noise, and the glitching you can hear is every time it's changing a station. And I'm not 100% convinced that they're not just picking up random words from a radio station as they flick through. Right. So we're looking away and not seeing what that said. That said a table. And I'm going to say that they're going to say I kill you or something like that.
What'd you say?
A table. A table. A table.
Did you say murder Kent? I think that's the second time I've heard that. I would have swore a few minutes ago I heard them say kill Kent. And just a second ago I would have swore I heard them say murder Kent.
Now, threats are one thing, but what happens next is downright terrifying.
Have to play people. No, it's not.
What the hell is that noise?
What is that tank? Is that gas?
What the hell? There is no doubt that if I stepped down in that water, I would have been electrocuted.
Oh, his basement had flooded. But all the electrics were on. I would say, set fire to your house and get a new one. It's probably too wet to set fire to. Alright, on top of all that stuff on the spirit box, I mean, could it be a coincidence that he's picking up what he thinks is Kill Kent and then he goes down into a basement that could have electrocuted him? It could be a coincidence. It could also be something that's really pissed off at him because he's aggravating it by talking to it.
The heater motor was in the water, and for some reason the breaker never tripped. And on top of the fact that that water was splashing all over the breaker panel, I have no doubt if I would have stepped down in that water, I would have been dead. And the only thing that saved me was remembering the voices just prior that said kill Kent, murder Kent. That's what stopped me from stepping down in that water.
See, there is no way on this earth as this guy flooded his house on purpose. The damage that will do and the danger he would have put himself in, there is no way on this earth he's done that himself. Maybe, just maybe, it is just coincidence that that has happened after he's got those voices, but there's too much in the way of... It all fits together a little bit too nice to be coincidence for me. However, I assume, you know, he's got his own merch and stuff, that he's got quite a big YouTube channel. Maybe he can afford to flood his own basement. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars or pounds in damage for a flood. You'd have to have his electrics redone, and can't see him faking that. And he's absolutely right, that could have killed him. The circuit breakers are getting wet. The floor is... I mean, look how deep that water is. That's a good few inches deep. And the electrics haven't tripped. That is potentially death. And he's heard the water. He's wondered what the noise is. He's turned the light on. But even then, he could have turned that light switch on and got electrocuted. I can't see him have faked all of this, done all of this damage for YouTube views. Way too risky, way too expensive. I don't know what YouTube ad revenue pays out, but surely it's not enough to cover all of this damage.
That's just weird.
Kent's basement suddenly floods and high voltage lines are making contact with the water. Kent is convinced that he could have lost his life if he hadn't been so wary of the ominous threats that he had received earlier.
Could have.
When Kent is walking through the main floor of his home, he experiences something that chills him to his core.
Oh, oh my God, what the hell? These frickin', I don't care if it's snowing, I'm in my house.
A shadow figure is standing at the top of the staircase, seemingly waiting for Kent in the darkness. Shocked by the sudden appearance, Kent has had enough for a while and just steps outside and into the cold Maine snow. Kent's encounters have been widely viewed by his YouTube audience and even privately investigated by paranormal groups. All believe that the house in Carmel, Maine is severely haunted by something sinister.
I want to watch these investigators in his house. Because provided they're not in on it with him and they are capturing what he's showing on YouTube, that'll be incredible. Now, I wouldn't want somebody like Mindseed to go there. Because I've seen too much in their videos that is just the next level. And too much that is, in my opinion, faked. I'd like to see a team of ghost hunters go there, capture what he's capturing. And I mean a team of ghost hunters that are not after YouTube hits. You know, if like Ghost Adventures or the twins with the writing on the heads, those guys are all quite big channels. So if any of those went there, I don't know if I'd find it as legitimate as some like amateur groups without a huge following going there and finding the same sort of evidence that he's showing us. That would be more believable to me. I'd like to see like ghost hunters go there and see what they capture. But I don't know if I'd believe it as much as a small team.
Getting the chance to come in and investigate the Lamb House, it is truly an experience that I will never, ever forget. The amount of activity and interaction is just mind-blowing.
But what do you think?
I'd go there.
Let me know down in the comments.
I'd love to capture stuff like
Closet
that.
space. In this next extremely spooky video from Japan, real estate agents can be seen giving a tour of an empty apartment to a potential renter. The woman is interested in renting and says that she is surprised by the low monthly price. As she tours the apartment,
If it's a nice apartment with a low monthly price, it's haunted, there's been murders there, do it. Every horror film starts with a too good to be true story. And there's like creepy grudge shit. Nah. Pay more money. More money you pay, less ghosts. Not true.
she records a video with her phone to review later. But when she's all alone in one of the apartment's bedrooms, things take a terrifying turn.
金額は安いんですけど。
安いね、確かに安いですよ。
もう一部屋ありますんで。ありますね。
Why are they filming this?
そうです、その左側ですね。はい。あれこれエアコンって取れますかね。お客様までつけていただく形になっちゃうんですけど、それでもしかしたらはい。あ、こっちでね。はい。
I mean, you've just been smiling and saying how low the price is, and now you're moaning about an air conditioner. Greedy. That was probably the most Welsh I've ever sounded. Greedy. There's 3 people walking about, so they may not be unexplained bangs. She hasn't reacted to it, or he, whoever's recording. And I suppose they could be filming this for their own records if they view multiple properties, to look back through the footage to see which property would be for them. I've really got my skeptical hat on today. Nice big closet space. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies here. Or I was getting the heebie-jeebies until that. Those movements were so... If you're videoing to document somewhere that you want to potentially live, you walk through at a reasonably slow pace because you're taking everything in so you can review. But you're not going to reach out for a wardrobe door like that. You walk over, you stop, you pull the door open, and slowly inside. That was off. I don't know what the fuck she just saw there. Nuke, show me what she saw. Oh, Jesus, fuck it! Now, I have my suspicions that this is fake, but that just scared the shit out of me. This is the other thing with these videos. That little bass drop, as that thing comes into focus, is a jump scare. And it got me. Fair play. It's probably fake. It got me. I think that's the first time I've been jump scared in one of these videos.
The woman is frozen in fear when 2 pale hands grab her by the legs. Then, as she looks up, a terrifying face can be seen peeking out from the top of the bedroom closet.
Yeah. Mouth was moving. Normally when you see these things, they're stationary. They don't move. The facial features don't move. And I always think it's a overlaid picture or a cutout. That was moving, and I didn't realise there were hands grabbed her legs. I mean, it's probably a hoax. Holy shit. That was terrifying.
Now, as with most Japanese videos, the source of this clip is impossible to find, and I have no idea what happened afterwards. So is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
It is probably an elaborate hoax, but look at that fucking thing. His eyes are black and... Oh, no. No, no, no. His hoax is pretty well done. If she hadn't have spent so long with her hand doing this to the cupboard door, because this isn't supposed to be a ghost hunt, this is supposed to be viewing an apartment or a house, then I would have found it a lot more credible. But wow, did that jump scare me?
You decide. Viewer video.
I've decided that that is probably fake. However, very scary.
This next video was sent in by a Nuke Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous. He explains in his email that he's in the United States military and is stationed at a US military post in Germany. He says that 2 of his friends were out on a regular patrol, checking out a creepy old German chapel. Now, this chapel was controlled by German military forces during the Second World War, and it is said to be extremely haunted. As the 2 men check out the dark chapel, they are shocked when they start to hear unexplained voices coming through their two-way radios.
People arguing.
That's our radios going off in the church. I don't know if somebody's hot micing or not.
I mean, potentially what they're hearing there. I work with, or my job, I have to use radios, much like what they are probably using. And the amount of guys that go on the lunch break, sit back in their chair, and the button depresses, and you hear whatever they're watching on Netflix, and you hear them talking about, you know, work, or you hear them having phone calls with people, and you can't cut into the radio to tell them to shut up because we don't want to listen to them arguing with people. Potentially that's what that is.
There's the one right there. They open. It went off. It turned off.
Because they probably stood up.
Back over there, test it.
They're having a whale of a time.
Do
we see anything?
Still recording? Yeah. If you couldn't tell, we were just standing at the top of the pews, basically, and our radios just started going off, and there was voices and like a lady whispering in it. I swear to God. Nobody said hot mic. Usually, because the desk radio can say hot mic over the, and it'll cut over it. Yeah. And it wasn't us because we would have heard each other talking. That was so sketchy. You send that stuff to Stan, dude.
What seems to be the voice of a child can be heard, followed by the inaudible voices of adults.
That may just be that there are kids on a military base, and they've sat on the, you know, the parents are in the military, and they've sat on a radio while they're having a little argument. Shut up, no. Adults then in the next room. But if you're in a haunted place and your radio starts doing that, you'd get freaked out.
Now, the radio channel that they are using is restricted to military communication, so the 2 men have no idea where the voices could be coming from or what they are saying.
From the military.
They wonder if it could possibly be the ghosts of tragic souls that passed away during the Second World War.
Also, they were American accents and speaking English. If that had been the ghosts of the German army, that would have been in German or English with a German accent. That was American accents. So I think that's genuinely, like he said, only the military have access to that station. But that doesn't mean that somebody in the military hasn't gone home with the radio and the kids have sat on it.
But what do you think these voices are? And just what could they be saying? Let me know what you think. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous reached out to me about a very spooky situation he found himself in late one night at an abandoned church in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The viewer explains in his email that he works security and is dispatched to investigate buildings where motion-activated alarms have been triggered. Late one night, he gets a call that a motion alarm has been triggered on the second floor of a creepy old abandoned church.
Oh, I do security for a living. And I have had calls to creepy old buildings. I used to work on a massive industrial estate that was pretty much abandoned by 3 businesses. And there is nothing more scary than going into one of these buildings alone with a torch. Nothing else. It is one of the most unnerving experiences of my life. And I've been in the security industry for 22 years. At the moment, I work in the public. Or I work with the public. I'm at risk of assault and things like that. And I would much rather wrestle with shoplifters and trying to throw drunks out of buildings than going into an abandoned building on my own with nothing but a torch and a hope that I don't get murdered or see something like a shadow figure.
When he arrives, he sees something suspicious and begins to record. What he captures is truly disturbing.
Oh, man. Oh, what the f***? Oh, what the f***?
Right, abandoned building, probably a squatter. Your job there is to call the police. Don't go in there because you're at risk of being hurt. You've seen something, phone the police. Somebody's broke in. Oh, he has called the police. There. Oh, they got a dog out for it as well.
Someone or something small and dark can be seen moving away from the second floor window. Now, prior to this encounter, the security guard says that he had checked all doors into the building and they all were locked tight. He immediately calls the police to the scene to investigate. But
doesn't mean nobody was not already in there, in a crawl space or an attic space or a cupboard hiding from him. Still, that, even if that's human, that is a scary situation to be in.
they find no one inside and no way that anyone could have gained entry. The mysterious sighting caught on camera remains a mystery. But of course, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video.
To Nuke
My
and myself.
Instagram is there.
I'd appreciate it.
My Twitter is there. And
follow Nuke on all of these because he must spend hours and hours and hours trawling for this footage and then editing it into a video, and bass drops in to scare me. That was a really good video. Even the ones that I 100% think were fake were still good. I mean, one of them jump scared me. It's the first time I've been jump scared doing one of these videos. I really enjoyed that. That was really impressive.
Tick dark. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you back here for the next video.
You will, Nuke. You will. I really enjoyed that. So, please go subscribe and like Nuke's content. If you're enjoying this content, like and subscribe to this. Comment down leave a comment down below on any of those videos. Which ones you think are fake? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Have a discussion about it. Maybe you've seen these videos and know something I don't about them. Let me know in the comment section down below, because that was by far probably the most interesting one I've watched out of all of these videos, and definitely the only one that's jump scared me. Anyway, I have been Beardo, and I am out.